Hi guys, this is Lokesh. Now I am going to talk about multiprocessor and multi-computer in parallel computing. So this is under the course of parallel and distributed computing. So the contents I cover in this video are what is multiprocessor and what is multi-computer, and the benefits of the multiprocessor and multi-computer, and the shared memory multiprocessors and the distributed memory multi-computers. Firstly, we will talk about multiprocessor. What is a multiprocessor? So, a multiprocessor is a computer system with two or more central processing units. It's nothing but CPUs to share full access to a common RAM. The main objective of using a multiprocessor is to boost the system's execution speed, with other objectives being fault tolerance and application matching. Here, the fault tolerance means the process should not stop in any conditions. Like in any CPU failed, the process does not stop. So basically, the multiprocessor of two types, that is shared memory multiprocessor and distributed memory multiprocessor. In shared memory multiprocessor, all the CPU shares the common memory. In distributed memory multiprocessor, every CPU has its own private memory. If you see in this diagram, there is a shared memory. All the CPUs are connected to the one shared memory. That is called multiprocessor. Coming to the multi-computer. A multi-computer system is a computer system with multiple processors that are connected together to solve a problem, and each processor, means CPU, has its own memory and it is accessible by that particular processor, and those processors can communicate with each other via a interconnection network. As the multi-computer is capable of message passing between the processors, it is possible to divide the task between the processors to complete the task. Hence, a multi-computer can be used for the distributed computing, and it's cost effective and easy easier to build a multi-computer than a multiprocessor. It means each CPU has a memory, and it is not the shared memory, but it can divide the task in between them. And the benefits of the multiprocessor, it enhances the performance, and it is applicable to the multiple applications and multitasking inside an application, and high throughput and responsiveness and hardware sharing among CPUs. These are all the benefits of the multiprocessor. And coming to the benefits of the multi-computer, it is easy to set up and very cost effective as well. Coming to the shared memory multiprocessors, there are three types of shared memory multiprocessors. They are the UMA model and NUMA model and COMA model. These models differ in how the memory and peripheral devices are shared or distributed. It means the shared multiprocessors are divided into three models on the basis of how the memory and peripheral devices are shared in between them. Yeah, coming to the UMA model. UMA model means uniform memory access. In UMA model, where a single memory controller is used and physical memory uniformly shared by all processors with equal access of time. So synchronization and communication among processors achieved through shared variables in common memory. So basically there are three types of buses used in this UMA model, which are single and multi and crossbar. It's basically applicable for general purpose applications and time sharing applications. So the block diagram of the UMA model looks like this. The bus will be there, and the processors are connected to the bus, and the bus is connected to a memory. So each processor has its uniform access to memory, and it is under symmetric multiprocessors. Here the note point will be the tightly coupled system uses a common bus, crossbar or multi-stage network to connect peripheral and memory. So multiprocessors are called tightly coupled system when degree of resource sharing is high. So there are two types of multiprocessor systems, like symmetric and asymmetric. So all processor have access to all peripherals, and any processor can run the OS and input output devices. It means any CPU can able to access any peripheral devices. And coming to the asymmetrical multiprocessor systems, not all peripherals are accessible by all processors. Selected processors act as master and remaining as attached processor. It means slaved processors. If you see in this diagram, some processors like there is a master which can access P2 peripheral devices too. So and there are slaves like attached processors. And the NUMA model, non-uniform memory access. In this, time for memory access depends on the location of the data, where the data uh, locates. And local access is faster than non-local access and easier to scale than SMPs. And here there are two buses and are connected to the memory, and these it means this is one uniform memory access model and this is one uniform memory access model. These two combinedly connected to a single network. So the COMA model, COMA model, cache only memory access. Like NUMA, each processor has part of the shared memory in COMA. COMA requires the data to be migrated to the processor by requesting it. So there will be addition of cache. Here C means cache, P means processor, D means some message or data. So these are all connected to the interconnection network to migrate the requests of data. So basically overview of these three models are single bus based shared memory organization, uniform access time to memory, and examples are segment and encode. And NUMA model basically distributed shared memory, arbitrary interconnect network, COMA non-static partition of memory address, distributed memory acts like cache called attraction memory. So coming to the distributed memory multiprocessor, the NORMA model. The NORMA model means no remote memory access. The system consists of multiple computers called nodes. A node is an autonomous computer consisting of a processor and its local memory. Attached disks or input-output peripherals, and nodes are interconnected by message passing network. All local memories are private and are accessible only by local processors. So the block diagram of the NORMA model looks like this. Here M means memory and P means processor, and there will be message passing interconnection network, and these are called as nodes or computer. It means this will be the one computer and this will be the one computer. So these are all interlinked to the message passing network. So the NORMA model looks like this. Thank you.